but you can see on the chart that saved my life. That was the chart that saved my life. I said, look it, I'm so proud of it. I think it's one of the greatest. It was done by the Border Patrol. One of the greatest charts I've ever seen. It showed everything just like that. You know the chart. Oh, there it is. That's pretty good. Wow. Last time I put up that chart, I never really got to look at it. But without that chart, I would not be here today. Never got to look at it.
Pretty cool moment. And joining me now is a man who has some connection to that chart. Not that that's the most important thing he's doing right now, but joining me, great senator from the state of Wisconsin, Senator Ron Johnson. Senator, I'm told you're the man who provided President Trump with that chart. Do I have that right?
Right. Well, it was the chart that I developed off of Border Patrol data. So when I became chairman of Homeland Security, obviously we had the Obama humanitarian crisis back there in 2014. So I've just been keeping track of apprehensions on a monthly basis coming across the southwest border. We split it out single adults, family units, unaccompanied children. So I've been developing that chart literally since 2015, updating every month. And when I was on the plane going up to the Green Bay rally on April 2nd, I had a number of things I discussed with the president. This was one of them. He saw that chart, liked it, asked me to send it to his staff. They changed up a couple of the titles on it, and he used it that day. And he's been using it ever since. So it's my chart, but offered Border Patrol data.
How about that? If that was me, I know you won't do this because you're way too nice. If that was me, I'd tell everybody that I was the one who personally saved Trump's life. It certainly wasn't the Secret Service. I do need to point that out. Now that we had the hearing yesterday, which is, of course, the standard government stonewalling where they don't answer a single thing. And now, of course, she retires to, I'm sure, a lovely government pension and a job at Pepsi. What have you found out about the attempted assassination of Donald Trump?
Well, I had my staff immediately start reaching out to law enforcement officials, federal and local. The feds are pretty well, they're not talking to us. They tell us to go contact our congressional liaison person who tells us nothing. And so we've gotten about as much out of federal law enforcement as the House got out of now former Director Cheadle. But local law enforcement has been talking to us. So we found out some pretty interesting things. Number one, the Secret Service did not attend the 9 o'clock security briefing. This is where, they're all going to get together and figure out exactly how they're going to handle the day. This was at 9 o'clock on the day of the assassination attempt. We also found out that they weren't operating on the same communication channels. So the county law enforcement, even, their sniper and SWAT teams weren't even in the same channel as their county patrol officers who weren't on the same channel as Secret Service. Everything was being directed through the Butler County comm center and then having to be relayed, incredibly inefficient. We found out that, for example, the Secret Service was not going to send sniper teams. They decided to do that just a day or two beforehand. So luckily they had their sniper team there available to take out the assassin after he opened fire. But again, everything, Jesse, you would expect, that you would assume the Secret Service would do to protect a former president, our presidential nominee, or any of their protectees, they didn't do. And so there's so many unanswered questions. I released our preliminary findings just hopefully to prompt more people to come forward. We need more eyewitness accounts from the public. We need more law enforcement officials, maybe whistleblowers in the federal agencies, because their leaders aren't giving us the information. Maybe whistleblowers will come forward. The American public needs the truth. It was just infuriating listening to the former director say, well, it's only been 9 days. Every time I heard that, I said, no, it's been 9 days. It's been 9 days. How can you not know this? And the fact is, she probably does know it. They're just not willing to be honest with the American public, which raises all kinds of suspicion and questions in and of itself.
Senator, it does. And this is our struggle. And I'm glad you're gathering facts. I'm glad you bring them to us here. But this is our struggle. I still don't know what I feel about this. I don't know what I believe. And I can't rule anything out because everyone in my government, well, everyone in the bureaucratic agencies, lies to me at all times. If somebody told me that an alien came down from Neptune and helped Thomas Crooks try to execute Donald Trump, I can't refute any of that because my government hides everything from me. They lie. I can't answer this. And so now every conspiracy theory out there is, who can refute it?
Well, we know that the Warren Commission was set up to hide the truth. We know the FBI ran a corrupt investigation, knowing that the Russian collusion hoax was a political dirty trick by the Hillary Clinton campaign, and yet they put America through political turmoil that hasn't ended to this day. They haven't come clean. They haven't been honest. And so why would we believe them now? Now they're hiding information. On the Senate briefing on Wednesday, both the FBI director and Secret Service director said, we want to make sure that conspiracy theories can't take hold. Well, the way to do that is address the information out there, right? I mean, people are saying that people were taken off the Secret Service detail for Trump and given to Dr. Jill Biden. Well, if that's not true, refute it. Saying that the sniper for the Secret Service had this guy in his sight, asked for permission to take him out, was denied permission. Is that true? I don't know. Address that. It's out there. So again, because they're not being transparent, it just makes everybody suspicious, and it leads to conspiracy theories. But unfortunately, a lot of these things I've been accused of in terms of pushing conspiracy theories, all those things have been proven true. So I don't know what's true here. We're just providing information gleaned from phone interviews with local law enforcement who fortunately are talking to us. And we just need more people to come forward. There are so many pieces of the puzzle that need to be determined, but we're not getting it from the federal officials at all.
Speaking of pieces of the puzzle, I can't even believe I have to ask questions like this. I feel like we're going over the Kennedy assassination again, but who's the man in the green suit? Why do I keep reading about some man in a green suit? Gosh, I feel like we're in a freaking movie. Who is this guy?
Again, I don't know where gray or green suit came from. In our report, we talk about how the Beaver County sniper team, they were the first people to go up on the roof. They were stationed at the AGR building. They took some photographs. Then Allegheny County bomb squad came on there, probably because they saw the detonation device. Then at some point in time, a man in a suit came up on the roof. We haven't determined whether he ever provided credentials. He was assumed to be a Secret Service agent, but it was the Allegheny bomb squad that told the Beaver County sniper team to take the pictures or text the pictures they had taken of the assassin and send that to a 215 number. That was to an ATF agent. We've spoken to that individual. He's gone dark now. He's not giving us information. We're just getting from the ATF the standard, all information should be channeled through your congressional liaison. But we did determine. So again, that's just bizarre. So Allegheny Bomb Squad told the Beaver County sniper team to send the pictures they had taken of the dead assassin to an ATF agent in Pittsburgh. Go figure. And they won't tell us why. I mean, if there's a reasonable explanation, tell us. Then the story doesn't have to percolate and people don't have to speculate. Be honest, be transparent. It's been 9 days. It's been more than 9 days. Now it's 10 days. This is more than enough time to gather some basic facts to be honest with the American public. The fact that they're not being honest, not being transparent, just raises questions.
Okay, so Senator, I just have to ask, and I know it's an opinion question, and I have to ask, but as we sift through all this and try to suss out exactly what happened, why did Donald Trump come within 2 inches away from having his brains blown out? Are we dealing with incompetence, malice? Are we dealing with, do you believe there were more people involved? I'm not saying Iran swooped in with secret agents. I don't know. I don't have any idea. But do we believe it was more than just this 20-year-old? What do you think right now? Because, man, the more I learn, the worse it looks.
I think that the more we learn, the worse it looks. I mean, that's all I can tell you at this point in time. Again, I don't want to speculate. I'm trying to get the truth. And so what I'm saying is we need a completely independent investigation. I'm glad that the chairman of the Permanent Subcommittee of Investigations, I'm the ranking member, has agreed that we need to do transcribed interviews now. And hopefully we do it on a bipartisan basis. Right now, I'm still acting alone. My staff are the ones reaching out. We're the ones getting, people calling into our account, and we'll post this on my our whistleblower account. So if you have information, contact my office through our website. We need information, but we need to do the investigation now.